Hey, it's your girl Red, and happy Easter if you celebrate. It's Sunday, Easter, um, almost afternoon, or maybe after. I have not been on because my health went a little backwards. I was just on the verge of beginning soft food phase. And on Sunday, March 29th, I started having really bad acid reflux. And it just started where I would wake up in the morning and I would like burp and I would have this horrible acid in my mouth. And my instinct, while being half asleep and wearing my CPAP mask, because I have sleep apnea right now, was to swallow back. I just, swallowed back. And oh my gosh, it was so horrible. And then Monday, it progressed and got worse. And then Tuesday, I woke up and it was not good. It was just every time I'd wake up and it would just be a burp that just belched stomach bile, just horrible acid in my mouth. Yellow, painful, disgusting, bitter. And I was still at this time on just full liquids. So Wednesday, I'm getting ready to start soft foods. My mom comes into town right now. My mom has been like my public care assistant, or also known as a PCA. And my mom came into town to help me out. And when she did, I made egg salad. I made the bariatric style egg salad. It was really delicious. I finally chopped up the eggs using an egg slicer and taking them and turning them different directions. I made sure it was very moist, and I had these little disposable dipping sauce type containers with lids. They were 2 ounces though. And I thought that was okay. And I put that stuff in there. And that day, that afternoon, but it was about 5, I had my first one. And then 2 hours later, I had my last one. And that morning, Thursday, I woke up so bad I had aspirated in my CPAP mask. I had bile go down my lungs. It was fiery. It was painful. It scared me. I felt like I was suffocating. Like, it was horrible. It was totally horrible. So I contacted my bariatric team, and I had left messages early, but I was very groggy. So I kind of set up. I propped myself up with pillows in bed, and I laid back and I went to sleep for a couple more hours. And I woke up around 10, and I still had not heard anything back from my bariatric team through the OU Epic app that I use through to contact them. And so I called the clinic, and that led to them, messaging me immediately. A word got back to the nurse navigator, Sarah, and she was like, well, Dr. Muir is here today, and so is Caitlin, but which is my nurse practitioner there at the clinic. I will get with them. I will ask them what they would prefer me to do, and then I will let you know. I'm so sorry you're going through this, Amie. And based on and then the messages went on and on and on. And so basically, by an hour later, they were saying, based on everything you've told us and everything you've been coughing up, we need you to contact your PCP and make sure that you can go see them and that you don't have an upper respiratory infection. And so I'm like, holy crap. Oh, wow, I better, do this. So I contact them, and they're like, hey, we can get you in today at 3 o'clock. I was like, say less, let's do it. And just keeping in mind that I felt normal as long as I'm sitting upright and I'm up throughout the day. But when it comes to laying down, that was a dub. It was not happening. Like, it was horrible, right? So I make it to the PCP's office. I don't see my normal PCP. Her name is Dr. Crabtree. But I get to see her nurse practitioner, Katrina Todd, who's cool. I've met her a couple times and seen her when Dr. Crabtree couldn't. And so they made me wear a mask when I got there because I might have COVID or something. Like upper respiratory infection. Okay, sure, you're right. I'm just like, I didn't believe I had one, but I was grateful to go to the doctor. And it also gave an opportunity for my sacrum tissue wound to get a look at. So back to the doctor. I go that day. This is Thursday of this past week we're just coming out of. And they found that I indeed did not have upper respiratory infection. My heart blood pressure was 100/74, so that's great. I had lost about 8 pounds, so the stall... Okay, so side note, little period here, and we'll come back to that. I learned recently, and I just want you to know that everything I'm telling you is not... Like, please don't ever follow my advice. This is just my experience, right? I'm not an expert. I'm not a medical expert. I am not giving out advice. I'm just giving my experience. But what I learned through other bariatric groups that I'm on, like through Facebook and such, from other people's experiences and stuff, is that after bariatric surgery, you will have a weight stall where you will possibly gain weight from fluid retention, or not lose any weight from your pre-surgery weight for, several weeks to a month, sometimes longer. It just depends on the people, each person's body. And I thought to myself, yeah, I've been on but I mean, that was good to see that there was a loss, right? So that put me at 447, and my pre-surgical weight was 455. Yeah, I think I could always check on that number, but regardless, it's gone down. And that's not the important part here. Important part is I have an ear infection in my right ear that I've been working on, so they prescribed me azithromycin, and I don't take antibiotics very well. My body doesn't do good, but it never has, and so here we are with a smaller stomach, smaller than this pill organizer. It's the size of a Bic lighter. I don't have a Bic lighter because I'm not partaking in medical marijuana at this time. Just because, I mean, I could, but I'm trying to get healed and get back to a like a normalcy, if you will, a new normal, right? So also upon examining me, my lungs sounded clear and good. But upon examining me, they seen that I had thrush in my mouth. And so, my tongue was like totally white. And I didn't realize that because the way I have my bathroom set up is, when I go to take a shower, and I have my shower is a walk-in shower with a flat shower floor bed, and then I have a built-in bench that I can sit on, shower curtain, not doors, and I have little organizers and things, suction cup to the wall, and one of those has my toothbrush and a bag of floss dental picks and my toothpaste. And so I'm not in there with a mirror looking. And so she'd asked me, have you not seen that when you brush your teeth, look at your tongue? And I was like, yeah, I'm not, sticking my tongue out, Luckily, my tongue is getting back to normal. It's almost, so it's still got some white to it. You can see it back there. But I'm having to take this nasty medicine. Let me tell you guys something. When she told me, Katrina Todd was like, okay, well, it's no problem. We're going to prescribe you this special mouthwash. The only caveat to it, Amie, is you got to swish it all around your mouth, and then you have to swallow it. And I was just like, say psych right now. Don't even want to do that. But without putting my address on it here, holding my hand over it, this is the spray or the oral stuff. It looks like a giant peroxide bottle. And because this is for my next swishy spit swallow, as I've been calling it. And I only take 5 mils, which is about right here. So it's not a lot, right? But it's gross. And when you're already having like stomach issues and this massive reflux, the last thing you want to do is swallow some cherry mint nastiness. But that's what I got prescribed. And I was told that I could increase my protonics that I take in the morning from once in the morning to once in the evening. And during the day, I could get a time released omeprazole type pill. So, okay. So thanks to friends. Oh, and that visit, and the sacrum wound is basically like a superficial wound now. Now it's just the top of the skin that needs to heal and get scabby. So there is an ointment, and it looks like baby Desitin, but it comes out pink, and it's kind of got a cooling effect to it that my friend Max got for me from their clinic, because they're a nurse and they work at a clinic here in Oklahoma. And it's like clementine or something like that. But anyway, my doctor's assistant was like, or you could just use Desitin. And I was just like, well, I'm going to use what I have on hand and not buy Desitin. Not that I'm against Desitin. So, but that stuff stains your panties. It's a horrible thing. And since it's on the back, and since I've been losing all this weight, panties and bras are one of the first things that have just kind of started to drop off of me. So I've just been wearing my old Chaunceys, if you will, so that they get that ointment on it. It won't matter. I was able to be gifted with a gift card from a friend of mine, which is so sweet of them. And I haven't even got to share this news with you guys, but I'm about to. And then I'll share like a little 3-minute video also with some pictures and maybe like a quick voiceover. So we'll update on that, right? But about the little clothing shop I got to do where I got new panties, a new bra, 3 tank tops, a pair of jeans. That's right, jeans. Your girl ain't been wearing jeans for like 20-something years because of the lymphedema in her legs. And a black romper so I could wear anything underneath it. And everything was in a size 3. So I've gone from a size 6X in Torrid to a size 3X. I still feel like my legs are in the 5 and 4X zone because of the size of them with lymphedema. But that's okay too, right? That's okay too. So I relate this information to the OU Bariatric team. Don't have respiratory infection, have thrush, which also can be acerbating the acid reflux. So like, let's say I just had mild reflux, which is very common for bariatric surgery, like after, okay? I didn't know that. I thought I wouldn't have to worry about it, but it can happen as you're healing. It's this very common. Your new tummy, your new pouch is really adjusting. It's really adjusting. So there's that, right? And I have an ear infection, and what they had said about doubling up the protonics and the omeprazole during the day. And it was as if my team didn't listen to me. Like the nurse navigator, Sarah, just stepped over everything I said and was telling me, well, I spoke with Dr. Muir, and Dr. Muir agrees with me that you need to go back to liquids, to full liquids. Your stomach might just need a mild reset, and that we'd like you to sleep upright for a while to give your throat a break from the acid reflux juices. Sorry, I just had to stop my timer. That let me know I could start having drinks, which I'm using one of my old favorite City Bite cups that looks purple, but it's normally white. And this is sugar-free, zero sugar, crush flavored watermelon. So delicious. So delicious. So anyways, my first day of taking all the meds was Friday, and it created dumping syndrome. I've not slept well either. Sleeping upright has not made me happy. Yeah. And I don't want to complain because, this is the first time in my life, and I'm 49, that I've ever had to deal with acid reflux. So my heart goes out to people who have struggled with it for years and live with it. You guys are stronger than I know, because this has done something to my mental psyche and the fortitude of just wanting to go forward. Excuse me. Having to deal with this has been hard on me emotionally, as I'm already healing and struggling with wanting to get off of liquids. I just remember crying and being upset. But what I did is I went back on liquids for about 3 days. They didn't tell me how long to go on liquids, but I listened to my body. And this is where I come into, I am not a medical professional, and I am not giving medical advice. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I will not hold my burps back. When you have acid reflux and you feel like there is a burp there, get it up, do it, right? Sorry. So yesterday I started back on my soft solids. I made a guacamole tuna salad, and you have to make it very wet, very moist, and it kind of looks like baby poo because of the avocado, but it was totally delicious. And I added some sugar-free ranch and a little bit of light mayo, a little bit of salt and pepper, and then 1 can of drained tuna, and mixed it up, and it made about 6 2-ounce containers. Like I said, the advice given from my doctor from the OU Bariatric team was sleep sitting up, go back to full liquids. And when you do go back to semi-soft foods, make sure you're taking small bites. Make sure you're not having more than 2 tablespoons every 2 hours. And I was like, first of all, I don't even know that I could eat a tablespoon. It's been like that. It has been like that. And when I showed them the cups I'd organized and what I had done and how I was beginning my soft food phase before this all went left with this stupid acid reflux, she's going to say, oh, those containers look way too full. And surely you are eating more than 2 tablespoons. And blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, okay. I realized that in their field and in doctors' offices and stuff, they have certain medical speech that they use, and there's a name for it. And I think she just kind of went through that same spiel that she would for anyone. So then I just went back and I reiterated, again, to remind you, Sarah, that my reflux started before I began soft foods. I did not eat the whole 2-ounce container. I was only able to eat half, so you're on par, and I'm on par with having 2 tablespoons of food. And I will go back to semi-liquids, but not a word was said about what my doctor suggested about the omeprazole and Protonics. And then I went back and said something to her about that again, and then she said, well, I will see if we can't get that prescription amended. Either way, my primary care physician assistant said, we'll refill your Protonics if you need it. Don't worry about it. Because the clinic only prescribed me 90 pills because they want me to take it for 90 days. And so, once in the morning. But I truly believe by listening to my body, getting back to soft foods yesterday, and also having the help of using a Protonics with a long-lasting, like a time-released tablet yesterday, and also mixing it now with 0 sugar applesauce, just like 2 little spoonfuls. I'll show you the spoon. That's not very big, okay? That's been a serving size for me. 2 spoonfuls. Bloop, bloop. Yeah. I'm not complaining. I'm not bragging. I'm just giving you a shared experience. So I can stop the swishing of the medicine in my mouth. I can stop taking that medicine after my symptoms go away for 48 hours and not to exceed it for more than 2 weeks. I have 2 more days of the azithromycin, tomorrow and Tuesday. And I have not began doing anything on Twitch because I literally was absolutely miserable. I mean, miserable. Miserable. Very, very much miserable. I just wasn't good for anyone's company. It was really time to heal. But I love my new YouTube family and friends. And I want to be more active. And I just had to start feeling better. And yesterday was a great start. My friend Hope came over, brought me a few groceries because finances have been hard. And so she was like, I could either send you some money on Cash App or I could do the shopping. I said, I don't mind if you do the shopping. Like, I don't need you to send me the money. So we made a little list. Chicken broth, light mayo, sugar-free ranch dressing, and the omeprazole. And she also got me some Rolade fruit juice, which was super great, and some sugar-free, 0 sugar applesauce, because when you combine the Protonics or the omeprazole with that, it helps preserve it because your saliva wants to break down those little tiny white little pillet things. Almost looks like glitter. Or when I used to do nails, there used to be these little tiny balls that look just like that, and you would put them on nails, and it provided a really cool texture and look, and it came in all kinds of colors. Silver, these little tiny silver, white, black, red, and I also had gold. I maybe even had blue ones and like pastel multicolored ones. Anyways, I digress. I was a nail tech in my former life before obesity, and I was still a nail tech while I was obese. I'm still obese now, but once Kelly and I got together, Kelly, his health was just, yeah. And once I found out he had cancer, I just told him, I think I want to pause on the business for as much as I can and only see those that really need to come through and still are willing to wear a mask. And he said, okay, baby. And he's like, I got you. And we did with his long-term disability. We were getting enough money, and Also with, other things going on here, we were okay. We were good. And it allowed me to spend more time with my guy while he was here. And I'll always be grateful for that time. So last night went well when I went to sleep. I still slept upright, but I was a little more reclined. But I will admit that sometime about 3 in the morning, I had to sit up and grab some antacid chews, 2 of them, and get that down and lift my head up a little bit more on a pillow. But I've been sleeping with one of those like neck cushions so that I don't fall over like so. And it just keeping my head upright because, gravity, man, acid reflux is no joke. It's acid reflux, sorry, is no joke. It's absolutely horrible. Um, oh goodness. I think my eye cushion is coming off my glasses. I just buy the little stick ones and put them on my glasses. And it appears that one is getting ready to make its voyage to another land, and I'll need to replace it. I can see it. Well, that's the little. Anyway, yeah. Um, uh, what else did I want to tell you guys? Oh, well, I had seen Desi. I seen it. You made the comment about Twitch and getting one to follow me. Love that. Thank you for that support. I plan on starting to do that on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Friday evenings, maybe even Saturdays. But those are kind of more like my free evenings. And Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, my mom comes and we still continue to work on the house. And I will show you guys something here. I'm in my living room. And if we turn this way, you can see to the hallway where that door is. And that door is what used to be my old studio. And it is full of stuff. It may not look like it from here, but it is full of stuff that needs to be organized and gone through. But Rome wasn't built in a day, but it damn sure burnt down in one, as my Aunt Sharon says. My Aunt Sharon has a lot of isms. I love her so much. Today, with the help of having credits still from a gift card on my, a gift card for making a return, on Amazon, I got this, window cling, and I'm going to be putting this on my, bathroom shower windows. They don't have a curtain, but you can see this. It's going to be gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So staying active on what I was just saying. Yesterday when Hope came by, the kitchen has been getting kind of hectic, getting a little too much. And so we did a reset on the organizing. And I love to collect Pyrex and other type of things. But I with the help of Hope, pulled out all my yellow sunflower Pyrex and yellow Pyrex and gave it to our mutual friend Max, who I love to pieces and knew that they would love them and take care of them. Maybe that was also a bit hoarderish of me. That I could let it go because I know it was going somewhere. But I mean, it was my Pyrex, like my Pyrex babies. But Max loves yellow. And then Max's husband, Bob, loves sunflowers. And so when they seen the sunflower lids, it made them think of Bob. They came over and hung out for a brief minute and wrapped up the Pyrex and boxes and stuff while me and Hope were finishing up in the kitchen. And the kitchen looks fantastic. Like, whose kitchen is this? It is fantastic. I love it. I've done some repotting, which I did on Friday with my mom bringing in some of my potting soil, so I was able to repot a plant and move another plant. We have gone through all my closets that are one in the hallway and in my bedroom, so not the studio yet, but I don't think I have clothes in there. I was able to find a luggage case in the hallway that had Kelly's clothes in it. And I basically kept everything except for a couple of shirts that I wouldn't have worn, and I regifted them to my friend Max. I think that, and one of them was a shirt that I'd made for Kelly, and it was yellow because Max loves yellow, and it has a Ford symbol on it. And I made this because I used to do, I used to have a little business with a really good friend of mine, and during the pandemic, because wasn't hardly doing nails during that time, so it really helped give us something to do and to make some money at the same time. So it's a heat transfer vinyl thing and it's in 3 different parts or 4. So it looks like the Ford, but instead of the Ford, it's the F with a C, Fuct. So, and that Kelly had wanted it, and he was like, and I want it on yellow. I was like, okay. And I remember that was one of the first things I made for him. And I also made him a shirt that said, it was a black shirt and in white, like Arial print, it said, Ronald Reagan sold crack. I love Kelly. I miss him so much. It's hard to not combine Kelly in any conversation. I'm in here in the living room, and he has a memory case I've created. And when he passed away, before he was cremated, because that was his wishes, was to be cremated. So I have his ashes in here, so you guys can say hello. Kelly is here. I know this is pre-recorded. I haven't gone live since one time, and it made me a little nervous, but I'm willing to go back again. I just would like to schedule it, and today's not that day because I have a lot of stuff to do, and so I thought a pre-recorded message would be better. Yeah, I had his hands and his face casted so I can see him. He's absolutely beautiful. Even there, they painted him in silver. I remember she'd ask, you want him in silver or gold or bronze? I was like, silver. I mean, he was golden, but I wanted him to be in silver and not to be so dark. That way I could see all the details. You could see the little mole that he had on his nose and the outline of his beautiful lips. He had the most beautiful lips. He was absolutely beautiful. Sorry. I'm not sorry for crying, just sorry for taking a big dramatic moment, but it was a real one. He's always missed, and he's never far from my mind. I'm so grateful for my new circle of friends. They're like real friends, really there, listening, supporting, encouraging, stopping me from leaning into negative thinking. And man, hope came over yesterday, and the energy and learning things, like Hope said. I just told Hope, I feel energized. This feels so good. And Hope's like, well, there's actually a term for this. It's called body doubling. It's a medical term, and it's real, and it happens to people. You are more likely to be more active when you have another person around and involved. Even if that person doesn't help you, you in turn may be more active. And I guess Hope seen that start to happen to me whenever she was here. I did want to report this before I go, and then it'll lead up into the little montage of photo things I put together. I do have a Snapchat. Although I don't normally have people follow me other than people I know. I'm thinking about opening up that horizon, just a little more personal way to get to know me and whatnot as well. Just a part of my Amie is, that's right. You know me as Red, but my name is Amie. But I prefer to go by Red here. I cleaned out 2 storage containers in the studio on Friday before my mom got here. And that's where I found a really cool pair of scissors, a nice Stanley box knife, and a brand new box of LED lights. And I found my old solar type light thing that puts up the Aurora Borealis on the ceiling, and I brought that in here. And Friday evening, after my mom left, I got the LED lights plugged into the TV, and that was cool. And then I scrubbed and cleaned on a checkered rug on the white squares with some Woolite spray carpet cleaner with a little scrubby head. And right as I got through doing that, right, and I'm laying it out there to dry, and I'm sitting back here in the chair, and I'm enjoying the lights of everything, the ambiance, all of a sudden, I hear thunder, and I hear a tornado alarm. So Friday we had tornadoes here in bad storms, flash flooding, alerts, and alarms. It was crazy. But I made it through. Hope came over Saturday. Beautiful day. Ate well. Can't say I drank well, but I am working on improving that. I am. I know the importance of getting my fluids in, so I am working on it. Got up today and redid my pill organizer for the week. And after I got all my pills down, first it was the Protonics with applesauce. Waited 30 minutes because I knew I was going to irritate my stomach when I started taking my meds. And then I did. Every 5 minutes, I was just taking a pill, for my daily morning meds. Once that was done, I set another 30-minute timer. And then I went to the kitchen and I scrambled the most beautiful, chef's kiss, delicious egg. 1 egg, a little dollop of Greek yogurt, a little salt. I like to use the pink Himalayan salt, and a little bit of cracked pepper. And just whipped it really good in a little stainless steel mixing bowl with a little whisk. And then I used a nonstick skillet with a little bit of olive oil spray, and I gently scrambled them. And then I felt like, maybe they're not moist enough still. It didn't take long to cook them at all either. I mean, less than 2 or 3 minutes, if you ask me. And then I added a little of sugar-free ranch dressing, and it was delicious. And I used a little cocktail spoon, just a little tiny silver spoon, and I worked on eating it. And as I would take 2 little bites and make sure I ate it and chewed it up very well, macerated, and swallowed and took my time. Then I got up and I got the dishes done that we had created from cleaning out the cabinets the other day. And then by the time I'd sit back down, I would do it again. Then I made myself the beverage you've seen, a little ice, a little water, a little pack of stirry. I then, more bites, timer set on the phone, go back over, get the pan clean, get the sink cleaned out. That felt good. Being able to do that and just be up and doing. I also had to create a little bit of, I like to use this mister. I'm sure it's for people's hair, but it's a great mister when you're doing decorative window cleaning, because you need to clean the window or the surface you're putting it on, and then you pre-measure your paper, so you've got that, and you trim it or whatever, and then you need to moisten this stuff, and then you lay it down with the shiny side towards the window. That being said, I can't wait to do that today. So that's going to be goal. And then I thought I would go back to the studio at some point today, and that I would work on the first rack. As you walk into the room, there is a rack, and I would like to work on getting that cleared off, and then putting stuff on it or back on it and reorganizing that. And then maybe doing a little trash pickup and setting that out to the trash can. So wish me luck. I am trying, and I'm feeling better. When I go to have lunch, which I'll have one of my little tuna salad things I made yesterday while Hope was here, before I eat that. So probably when I get done with the bathroom, because that'll take me a minute, I'll come back, get an applesauce, and take the other Protonics that Hope got me with the pill that will time release. And then I'll set like a 30 to 40 minute timer, so it gives it time to get down in there and to do its job and work. And then I'll start having tuna salad. And once that's done, then I just set a 30-minute timer, and then for the next 2 hours, I can get fluid in. Trying to get back into the 30-30 rule and work on going to the bedroom and getting that rack cleared off. I really do mean this when I say this. Like, I love you guys. I love the support I've been getting here. I know there can be, as they say, haters, but I hope that the community that I'm a part of here and grow with is about love and support and encouragement, because that's what I want to give to people too. Bye.